Okay, so as I was trying to say in my short that I posted the other day, I got a new truck. It's a 1999. Sorry about that. My mom came out to feed the dogs. But it's a 1999 Dodge Ram 1500. It's a four-wheel drive, extended cab with the half back doors. Now as far as problems, has a little surface rust on the roof and this, no pitting or nothing. The frame is like crazy good. I mean, there's a dent there or whatever. There's a dent right there in the bed, and there's a couple other little small tiny dents or whatever. The frame is like pretty perfect. I mean, it's got the original paint. It's not all rusted out or anything. None of that. The tires, of course, are not great. The tires are just tires. They can be replaced. Now, where it does have problems is the bed is a little rusty. It was originally a farm truck, and so therefore he used it to haul dirt and all that kind of stuff, fertilizer and stuff. So there's a big rust hole here, which I believe I can repair. Worst comes to worst, I can always replace the bed, which is not my plan. I'm pretty sure I can repair it. It's missing the tailgate, which I can get a brand new one for about $250, which isn't that bad. I can probably get a used one. He gave me brand new tail lights. As far as, it's got a couple little dents or whatever. I want to sand it down, fix the bed if I can, or get a different bed. Sand it down, sand the entire thing down. Rhino line in either gray, like a dark gray, or black. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to rhino line it because I just prefer the tough coating. And as far as what's wrong with it, it's really good body for the year. I mean, it really is. Except for the bed, and the bed's not a big deal. It can be pretty easily replaced or fixed. I believe I can fix it, which is what I'm going to try and do. As far as I can tell, the rear end and stuff is all good. The tires not so much. But the axles are good and stuff. The four-wheel drive does not currently work. I was testing it, that's why there's kind of holes back here. So if you come down in here in the front axle, this is a solid axle, which is the main reason I wanted the truck. I'm trying to see if I think that made it worse. Hold on. Alright, if you can see right there, that little dish looking thing with the hoses coming out of it right there, where the light's shining, that is actually a vacuum actuator for the front axle, which locks the four-wheel drive in. It's bad because the transfer case I know is good. So that's bad. I can either completely bypass it by moving a C-clip over, which will increase a little bit of wear, but it's not really going to hurt anything. Or I can get a manual actuator kit for it. Sorry about that again. Or I can get a manual actuator kit where you pull the cable. It's not really what I want to do, but I'm either going to rebuild the vacuum or I'm just going to lock it in. I'm not 100% sure yet. I've got time to fix it or whatever. So, other than that blinker, the four-wheel drive, the rusted bed, and the tailgate missing, the only other thing that is really, you should say, bad about this truck is the dash. The dash is pretty messed up. The dash is, most of it's gone. Now, I did get at least about half the dash with the truck, like most of the lower panels and stuff, and they don't really look like they're in that bad a condition. I should be able to reuse them. Now, I will have to get a top piece. I might have to get a piece that goes around the gauges or whatever. Maybe a couple other little pieces. But I got most of that back. I also got the panel for that door that looks like this. I got to find the thing that holds the switches. You can see the four-wheel drive shifter there. Neutral, or you got four low, which would be all the way forward. Neutral, 2 high, and then 4 high. And only the rear tire spun when I put it in, 4 high and 4 low or whatever. So, and I believe the universal joints may be going bad because it had a little popping sound occasionally. Which I know the ball joints are bad because the steering has some play. I know the ball joints are bad, and I know the steering, the joints for the steering, they're kind of like ball joints. They need to be replaced. I'm going to do all that, and the steering should be fine. But, the U-joints may need to be replaced because, I mean, like I said, it is a 99, so it's going to have some stuff. It does have the extended cab with the half-back doors, as I said. Back seat, which you can fold up and you can fit a good bit of stuff in. Or, of course, you can ride 3 extra passengers. And then, of course, you have the 3 front seats. Although I prefer not to ride anybody in the middle if I can. The heater core is bad, but my mom actually had a 2001 Dodge Ram 1500, the exact same truck, extended cab with the back doors, 4-wheel drive, automatic, 5.9 Magnum. I don't know if I said that, but it's a 5.9 liter V8 Magnum. The exact same truck. She bought a brand new heater core for it, and she has a book on it. And they wound up getting rid of it for reasons. And from what I can remember of that and all the research I've done, this was the truck I wanted, and I found this one. And really, it's not in that bad a condition. Yeah, I've got to put the dash back together. Yeah, I've got to kind of rebuild the front end. Yeah, I got to fix the 4-wheel drive actuator and the bed and, the tailgate. But I'm pretty sure, technically, we drove it back like it is. We drove back about an hour and a half to where we live like it is. Technically, in order to get the dash back in it, the bed, the tailgate, the 4-wheel drive, and the front end done, we spent $1,300 on it. My brother loaned me the rest of the money that I needed. We spent $1,300 on it. So I'm pretty sure I can keep it under $2,000 and get the dash pretty much completely put back together and get the ball joints and the 4-wheel drive and the bed and all that fixed. Because if I can repair the bed really won't cost that much. Because some of the spots I'm just going to sand down really good, put a little Bondo on. And when I say a little Bondo, I don't mean coat the entire bed in Bondo, just a couple of little small patches here and there that are really rough. But the bed, for the most part, looks solid, except for like right over here, and there's one little tiny hole right there. So if I can cut this out and replace this with a section of metal, and then, sand it down really good, and repair the bed, then that's what I'm going to do. If worse comes to worse, I can replace it, which will be a little bit more expensive, but I can. Like I said, tailgate's really not that crazy expensive. I found ball joint, I believe it was ball joints, and pretty much all the steering linkage for the front. It wasn't like the steering box or nothing, but all like the joints and stuff for like $160 something or $170 something, which isn't really that bad. Obviously, I'll check the company out and all that and make sure, they make pretty good stuff. But if they make pretty good stuff, that's really not that bad to redo the front. I can get the dash and all that worked out here and there. As far as some things I definitely want to do to it, obviously it's going to need new tires. I want to do, eventually I'd like to do steel front and rear bumpers. But in the meantime, I'll probably do LED backup lights and some LED lights in the front. If I ever get my bumpers, I'll probably upgrade the lights to be flush mount in the rear. Or I may do flush mount in the rear now if I do backup lights. And a slightly larger light bar in the front. But again, that's later. I can always work out the details. I'd like to add a winch. I would like to, of course, pretty well rebuild it and stuff like that. Rebuild it and get all that, worked out and stuff. But, for the most part, it's not that bad. I do want to rip the carpet out because carpet holds dirt and moisture and all that. So I'm going to rip the carpet out. And I'm going to try and replace it with a plastic floor liner like what my mom's Dodge has. If I cannot find that, then I will probably rhino line it or paint it or something. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know I want the carpet gone. I can always, like I said, work out some details here and there and stuff. But the motor was good. The motor runs good. No problems, none of that. Transmission did good. The 4-wheel drive is just the front actuator, which, like I said, I can just, bypass it for pretty much for free. Just some gasket material, whatever. That's broke. Some gasket material or whatever. I'm not 100% sure if that's what I'm going to do yet. But, it's really not that bad. I think that might be about it for this video. I don't know for sure. Also, since I'm not going to be posting as many shorts, I'm going to try and keep the videos, around 10 minutes long. At the most, like a 15-20 minute video. So, we'll see how that goes.